Yeah, what's up, dudes? Bro, it's starting to become those days. The freaking cold is upon us, my boys. I'm layered up, double layered up right now. But like I said, I am. Oh, it's actually over here. I was going over there. There's nothing over there. But yeah, the cold is upon us, boys. But we are back at the lot. Definitely back, boys. Yesterday I wasn't out here very long. Today I got my boy Eduardo with us, so he's gonna be doing some lot work on the dirty. Exciting thing is he's wanting to switch over to a big bike now, so it's exciting to see him back on a bigger bike. Look, there's the car that was learning how to drive yesterday. See what the plan is. That car was learning how to drive yesterday. Today I kind of want to do a video about clutch work. I know there was a couple comments I saw in some of the videos, my older videos, people wanting to learn the actual like clutch work video. I don't know, I always say this in every how-to video, but I'm not very good at explaining stuff sometimes. I catch myself getting into a subject, you know, going to another subject, going to another, so I never get the point I never get my point across to you guys. So I'm gonna try to do a little better at that, but it is what it is. If it's terrible, it probably won't come out, but if it's pretty decent, I'll definitely upload it. Definitely gonna go over clutch work. When do you need to use clutch work? Why do we use clutch work? And how do you get smoother with clutch work? So off with when do you want to use clutch work? So this is more for like the guys that know how to circle, but they don't know how to clutch work. So when you learn how to circle, you're going to start learning how to idle, and you're going to be able to get into a circle and just kind of stay in the circle. It's possible to circle without clutch work. It's 100% possible. You can do it tight or wide, especially on a 606. You don't need all that crazy idle like you do on these bikes. But the reason I use clutch work, it's for like a reset. So if I'm in a circle and my bike goes a little too far back, if I squeeze on my brake, it's gonna start wanting to die. And that's what people struggle on whenever you're circling, is you hit the brake too much and then your bike just randomly dies, and it's because you don't clutch work. You don't clutch bump it. By clutch working, I mean clutch bumping, vice versa. So if I say clutch work, it's either or. Hopefully you understand. But I use it to reset my bike, and I also use it to move around on my bike. So say if I'm like Raf Louie, and I want to go back to seat standard, I will drop it back, clutch bump, brake at the same time, switch over to my seat, and then as the bike's coming down, I release both of them. So you're going to want to do this quick motion. I don't know if you guys can see this clear, but you're going to want to so your first clutch bumps are going to look like this. Just one quick motion. As you get better, you'll be able to like hold the clutch in and then hold the brake in as long as you want. Say if you're doing a death spin, you'll hold your clutch in a little longer and you'll slowly slip your clutch, because if you do a death spin and you just go straight to the clutch, there's the possibility you're going to get flung off. So you got to be super smooth with it. But alright, let me give you some examples on how you would go about using it and when you will need it. Like I said, if this doesn't come clear, I'm sorry. Tried my best, but I haven't done a video on it. I figured today would be a good day to do it, and yeah, let's get to it. Alright, so we're gonna shoot up. Alright, so I'm gonna initiate my first circle right here. Oh, let me get out of this guy's way. Get out of their way. So, right here, this is no clutch. I'm using just gas and brake, gas and brake. This is what you would learn when you first start learning how to circle. Now, if I was wanting to reset my bike, say I want to go back to straight line, it's super hard. You can do it. So like here, I'm doing it just by kind of pushing the brake and the gas a little bit and moving my body. So like right here, I'm gonna straighten out, but I can't fully straighten out, you know? And it takes a while. So in that case, what I would do is I would clutch bump it, straighten my bike out, which is like a reset, and then go straight. So here it goes. See that? Look, reset. And you can guide your bike where you want it to go. Reset. And of course, your clutch bumps aren't going to be nearly as smooth, even though that probably didn't look smooth. But they're going to be more of a quicker motion. So I use it to kind of guide my bike to go somewhere else. You know, I like pause it, move, pause it, move. Let me give you another example. How do you want to go to using it? All right. So when I was learning, the way I learned how to clutch bump wasn't doing it on a circle. It was doing it like this. I would kind of slow my bike down, pull the bike back, and pull the clutch in, just like that. And I was just learning. I was pretty much just learning to pull the clutch in and feel what the brake does in that motion. So I'm going to show you another example, and this time I'm going to try to release the clutch. This is probably the safest way to do it, but I have seen people just go straight to doing a clutch bump and being successful. So you're going to want to park the bike just like that. You're going so slow that nothing's really going to happen. Then you're going to want to pull the bike forward, put your foot back in the hole, release it just like that. I didn't clutch it back up because that's what you're going to want to do. Just get a feel for releasing it. If you go straight to like trying to clutch it back up, it's going to shoot you back and you're probably going to freak out and fall. Alright, so let's do it again. You're going to shoot up, right? Okay? And then park your bike. Just like that. Pull the clutch in. Now you're going to want to go back to it. Put your foot back in the hole. That's all it is. Once you get comfortable with that, you're not going to fear pushing the brake and the clutch in. Then pulling it in, my bad. You're not going to fear pulling it in. Alright. Now, if you start getting comfortable with that, what you can do is try to slow down as much as you can. Let the idle kind of start bogging. And then what you're going to want to do, we'll try to get the camera on this. You're going to want to do a quick, both in at the same time and release with a little bit of gas. So I'm going to do it right now. You got to have the bike drop back a little bit. So we're going to do it 1, 2, 3. Just like that. So you're naturally going to fall like that because you're not ready for it. So you got to build your weight up to doing it. Go in, do a quick motion. Just like that. It'll be just quick one. You don't want to give it too much gas. It's very little gas. Again, drop it back, clutch in, brake, out. Nothing crazy. It's a real fast in and out, in and out. So clutch in, brake in, ready, boom, let out. A little bit of gas. If you do it too slow, this is what it's going to feel like. You see? Your bike's going to fall. So the quicker you're in and out, you'll be able to catch it back in, you'll be able to catch it while it's up in the air and continue your circle. What I had problems with when I was learning it was that I would release it. It would take me a minute to like catch it in a wheelie. So I used to go pull in, brake, and then I would release as my wheels really low from the ground. It's really not a hard trick to do. It's super easy to do, but it is one of those tricks that if you do it wrong, or if you give it too much gas, or you release it too fast, it will shoot you back, and you will fall a couple times learning it. I did a couple times, but I'm telling you, if you learn how to park it at 12 o'clock and then just push it back forward and get back on it and just release it, practice that motion over and over and over, trust me boys, you'll get that feeling, and you'll start to feel what it feels like to do it, and you'll get over that fear of doing it while it's in a wheelie, because it is scary. I'll tell you what, it is a scary feeling. So, alright, so there it is. Can you circle without clutch bumping? Yeah, of course. You can definitely circle without clutch working. But as you start to get better in your circles, you're going to want to learn how to clutch bump, because for one, it's like I said, it's a reset. Two, it can save you from either falling or going the wrong way or crashing into something. So like there has been an instant where somebody has passed me and I looked last minute and he's right there and I'm like, oh shoot. So it pretty much stops your bike midair, gives you time to reset your mind and to either get you out of that position, get you out of the way, or bail. So the more advanced you get, say if you start learning how to clutch bump, right? You already know how to clutch bump. You want to start using it while you're transitioning tricks. The one trick I learned how to transition over to, that was like a quick movement, was foot in the hole. It was foot in the hole to seat standard, clutch bump. I went up to seat standard and then released it, and then that was kind of like, oh shoot, I just moved. Also, you could do like Raf Louie up to the seat. That's a good one too. But yeah, boys. So the reason we use it is to reset the bike. You can go from going straight, going to a deep circle, going to a slow circle. It's pretty much just to guide our bike where we want it and what we want to do in that particular movement. So yeah, that's why you always see me doing it. You'll get to the point, once you get really good at doing it, you will start doing it without even noticing you're doing it. So like I do it, just my mind just knows how to do it, you know? It just does it for me. I don't even think about it. That's why I can be here sitting talking with you guys. I could be here talking with you guys and not be thinking about clutch bumping, because it's just muscle memory. It's kind of like balance point. You can get to it, you don't even think about it anymore, and you'll eventually get to that point. You just got to keep grinding, come out to the lot, practice over and over. And you see how I went from tight to wide? Because I'm just doing that motion. Helps you be more controlled in a wheelie.